Like it, ouwe, maar se kinders so like it. Welkom by
Like it, dude.
Episode by SA Bruce. Lekker jy pa.
Ouwe, maar se kinders wel. Dude, vanaand se interessante ene, man. En ek weet ek sit hier in die sitkamer, ons wifi is 'n bietjie so ek jam van die foon af vanaand, maar dude, wat 'n interessante dag. Ons het met twee amazing mense gepraat en ek dink almal gaan regtig 'n baie cool show hê, man. Kom ons vertel 'n bietjie vir almal. Wat het ons als hierdie naweek gedoen, bro?
Ja, so guys, ek dink voordat ons dit doen, kom ek sê gou eers vir almal hallo. Takpok, wat sê jy? Nikki Brooks, hallo Susan, Darren McMaster, Pamela se Takbok of Takbok se Pamela. Cooper, Super Cooper, Polly. Ja, Lizzie, hoe gaan dit? So guys, what we got up to this weekend before we have our very special evening, we went this weekend for an advanced diving course. Now on Saturday, for the guys who saw me go live in my car, I threw my back out packing for our trip. And I couldn't, say this. Mate, say this, Mike. I did.
That always gets it, yeah.
Anyways, so I had to sit in the car and wait for everybody to finish and have a lekker jol while I sat in the car crying like a little girl.
Yeah.
But you know what, that doesn't matter. So my Mikey het toe verder gegaan on his scuba career, and he did
scuba adventure, yeah.
Scuba adventure. Hello Cindy, hello, and Ryan King. Like, hey Ryan, welcome to the show, brother. Where?
Was it good? Yeah.
Crystal,
So, So yesterday we both had our first real deep dives.
Yes.
Where we were like, this weekend coming, we 11 stories under the earth.
Yeah.
11 stories high, we are underwater. That's how deep we're going at the moment. And but you know what, dude? Still, what an awesome adventure that the guys from Raid and Dive, Urban Dive has given us. And you know what, Scuba Pro? Thank you guys. You guys make the best gear, man. What an awesome experience. I had to use different regulators. Yeah, which you won't believe what a difference like new stuff compared to old stuff is. It's insane.
Exactly.
It's mold,
exactly.
Dude.
And what? So like Chris was saying, how deep we went. And our first dive yesterday, we dropped down to 28 meters. And our dive master Dave showed us what happens when you inflate a plastic Coca-Cola body bottle. So what happened is when on air, on the surface, it's normally inflated and everything, but when he took it down to 28 meters, it was squashed. He opened it up, he blew it up a little bit, and we went our way. We did for the divers out there, we did our SMB skills and blah, 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 blah. And when we got to the surface, when we felt that bottle, it was rock solid hard.
Rock hard.
And
there's so much pressure. Dude, Coca-Cola can't put that much pressure in one of those bottles. So.
Exactly. And that's why they say do not hold your breath underwater while scuba diving, because that is what will happen to your lungs. Whereas the plastic bottle can just barely survive. If you hold your breath, your lungs will explode. So that's the iets wat jy wil hê nie.
Yeah, but dude, what you know what I've noticed lately? it's everything that we've done in let's say the last what, 6 months.
Yeah,
Everything. If you do it wrong, you will die. If you
exactly.
fall out of an airplane wrong, you will die. If you keep your breath deep diving, you will die.
If
If
I
you
point the
look in
AR-15
a
at
barrel
you,
of a
you will
gun,
die.
you will die. So it's been real. It's been insane, dude. But you know what? I love every moment of it, and I know we've got a lot more adventures just waiting for us. Dude, I can't even
Yeah,
walk it. The future for SA Bros is
yeah.
looking so bright, and we getting to work with super amazing people, man. I mean, apart from the
Fully.
Oh wait. So apart from the tiger fishing that I still want to do a video about with the
Yes.
7 guys that I had an awesome time with, and obviously the time we did with Prime Circle the last couple of weeks, uh, and we've had great feedback. Graham has posted some stuff, and I've put it on the channel so the guys can have a look. I actually put some on yesterday with like bush babies and elephants and real beautiful game actually on some of these parks that something's happening. People are looking after this land, and people are actually living again. Animals are
Exactly.
living, man. So, but keep
Exactly.
making a change, guys. It's working. Somehow,
Exactly.
it's coming together. Yeah.
Ja, absolutely like Chris sê. Meneer Sean Wright, welkom vanaand by die show. Jene, jy's laat. Juffrou gaan vir jou bliksem, boeta. Anyway,
Woo!
guys, so the topic of this evening, we decided that we're gonna explore people's different beliefs and why they believe it and so on. And tonight we are starting off with flat earthers. Now we did pre-recordings of 2 people who believe that the earth is flat. The one is a religious person, the other one is atheist. Now you'll see the
Yeah.
differences of their
The views.
and their the hulle bewysstukke, their proof
Yeah,
that they've got
the
that
proof.
why the earth is flat and why. Why do they not believe the common taught proven
Curriculum at schools, yeah, which everybody's taught at schools. It's taught at university. I mean, physics and science and all these guys, the smartest people on the planet, to
yeah,
study this stuff. These guys believe that we're getting brainwashed, and this is one of the theories that
yeah,
we've like been into. I also spoke to Whitey today about some other theories and
yes,
superstitions and stuff that we also want to get some guys on that we're going to
yeah,
talk to and find out a bit more about this. I think it's a very interesting subject. And
yes.
you know what, dude? It's going to be awesome because we can actually get on a bit more and have some more discussions with these guys. So it's going to be phenomenal.
So yeah, after we watch the 2 videos, after we watch the first one, we'll chat to you guys again a little bit, and then at the end of the second video, we'll tell you guys who we're gonna talk to next week and what they actually believe in. It's more of a traditional cultural thing than more of a Western belief, but there's still certain people that believe it. And I've chatted to some of these people, and their belief is solid. They believe it. But I won't go on too deep about it. So, guys, our first video is going to be right now, and this was done with Alfonso Conradi. He's the religious person. He's giving us the religious points of why he believes the Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
So here we go. This was pre-recorded at 12 o'clock today. Unfortunately, like I said, none of the 2 participants could make the live show tonight due to work and Wi-Fi restrictions at that certain time. So we made sure we still got it for you guys. So here's the video. Enjoy. Yes, everybody. As I said earlier, this is a pre-recording. So the live Whitey just told you that this is a pre-recording.
Yeah.
So we are chatting to Mr. Alfonso Conradi on his viewpoints of the flat Earth and
Theory,
and why he believes it and so on. And he's coming from a religious point of view. So let's bring in Alfonso. Alfonso, welcome to the SA Bros, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Pleasure. You're most welcome.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
So Alfonso, please tell us from your viewpoint, what is the belief around that the Earth is flat from your side?
Yeah, what made you believe that, you know what, the Earth's actually flat? And what proof did you find that actually changed your mind from the way that we were raised, like the Earth's round? What changed your mind, and what proof did you find? Because you found proof in the Bible and everything.
Yes, that's correct. They do stand that my English, let's say, my people are going
Yeah.
under because
Yeah.
of a lack of knowledge. So I will start reading the Bible, and this is only my point of view.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's 100% true, but because I know the Bible is true and there's a lot of proof regarding that, so I have to believe what stands in the Bible.
Okay.
There is a lot of verses in the Bible. If I can remember, they say around 700 verses. And we can't discuss 700 verses
No.
in this time. It's impossible. We're going to be busy for a while. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some verses out of the Bible. First Chronicles 16:30 says the following: Fear before him all the earth. The earth also shall be stable, that it be not moved. That's verse number 1. I'm just going to give you maybe 10 if there's enough time.
Yeah.
The one I sent you there, if you can just pop it up about that tree. I think it's Daniel 1 versus Daniel.
Daniel. Okay, let me bring up Daniel. Okay.
I think it's Daniel there, the one I sent
Yeah.
you, because I couldn't
Daniel
write it
4
down.
verse
If you read that for us, because it's obviously very small for me on the screen.
The tree
If you
grew
don't
and
mind.
was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the side thereof to the end of all the earth. King James Version.
Okay, there's one example. If you show us the tree one, on a flat, on a globe earth, you can't see the ends of the earth. Example. Apparently, years ago, many moons ago, trees were much taller than today. There's another discussion, obviously.
Yeah.
If you show us the tree one, the tree picture I sent it to you.
No, this is not the right one.
No,
We'll
the
find
tree.
it quickly.
The tree picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tree picture.
Yes. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see on the flat earth, it's the only way how you can see everywhere to the edges of the earth. On the globe earth, it's impossible to see the other side of the earth.
Yeah.
That's one example. I'm just giving you examples. It's not a debate, as I said.
Yeah.
People must do their own research eventually.
True.
I always say, if I say the earth is spinning 1,000 kilometers, no, I think 3,000 kilometers, 1,000 mile per hour, I think. Just translate that mile per hour for us, if you can, on a calculator or Google. 1,000
good.
mile per hour, I think it's 3,000 and something.
How fast does the Earth spin?
That's
There we go. So
Yeah, that's how fast the earth spins.
Yeah, it's 1,000 miles per hour. So it's 1,600 kilometer.
1,600 kilometers. Yeah. The Earth rotates once every 23 hours, 56 minutes. Yeah, 1,000 miles. That's 1,600.
That is very fast.
All right.
Did
So
a mirage ever flow? Yeah.
no, sorry, go on.
If a mirage fly over your head, how many times you see a mirage comes over your head? It's very fast.
Yeah.
So the Earth is spinning faster than that mirage. So if I have to take off here and fly to another country,
Yeah.
do you think I'm not going to miss my destination because this Earth will spin underneath me? Just a thought.
Yeah.
So is the
If
belief
you
that
take
is that the belief, or what are you trying to say? Sorry.
that the Earth is stable, the Earth is standing still. It's a stable.
Okay, so it's
We
not
are not
rotating
spinning.
at all.
Yeah.
Pardon?
So it's not rotating,
So
it's
it's
not
like-
moving at
Yeah,
all.
it's not turning at all. Not as a
Yes.
sphere, but it's not turning as a flat piece.
Yes. So we are on a stable Earth. If it's square or round or sphere, we are standing still. That's what I just trying to explain now. So if you take the Red Bull guy, remember the Red Bull guy that went up into space and jumped down?
Yeah.
Don't if you think he's going to miss his spot if the Earth is spinning. It's just another thought.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's the best I can. That's not even Bible. So now let's go to the next verse. And the Psalm 93, verse 1. I'm just going to read, I'm not going to read the whole verse.
Okay.
Say that so it said that it cannot be moved. Then I will go to Psalm 96, verse 10. Say amount the heavens that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Sorry, my English.
No worries.
Let's give you another example.
Okay.
Here's another one. That's in Job 38, verse 4 to 6. Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hasn't understanding. Okay, then the next verse, or who stretched the line upon it? That's another discussion. Okay, 6.
Yeah.
On what were its base sunk, or who laid its cornerstone? So that's another proof that the earth have cornerstones and there's foundations. So if you have to build a house, you need to put foundations.
Yeah. And
On
a
a globe
cornerstone.
earth is no foundation, a cornerstone. There's no cornerstones on a round earth.
Yeah.
Then I
like
can give you another
pyramid
one.
cornerstone, yeah.
Sorry, my apologies. I couldn't hear.
I know that a pyramid has got a cornerstone, and almost every really huge building, actually, the cornerstone is the keystone to their foundations and stuff. You know.
Yeah, let me give you another verse. Sorry, I wrote it down because otherwise I have to
No
preach
problem.
in the Bible the whole time. And my handwriting in the night is not up to standard. Okay, let's see. Where's another one? Here in Isaiah, if I say correctly, 66 verse 1. This says the Lord, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool.
Yeah.
And a footstool has 4 legs. Sorry, I didn't send you that picture. Then there's another one in Matthew. Let's go to the New Testament. And people say, no, that's other verses in the Old Testament. Oh, well, it's even in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Matthew 5, verse 35. Nor by the earth, for it is his footstool. Then in Acts 7, verse 4-9. Heaven
Yeah.
is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will he build me? Again, it's saying over and over, footstool, foundations. Let me give you another one, then I can give you a chance to ask something.
Okay.
At least it seems I went through all of them. As I said, I can go on and on and on that the Bible gives us proof, but I
Yeah.
also watched something else last night. This was a pastor. I was shocked. So he actually wanted to say, "Oh well, this is actually not true because we take the Bible and pull it out of a proportion." But how many times have I read now that there's foundations, it's a footstool, there's cornerstones. So the earth has 4 corners.
Yeah.
There's too many There's too many examples, but we can go on and on and on. So, what is the agenda on the end?
Yeah.
The great deception. Who is controlling the world on the end? Me and you grow up. Me and you grow up with Universal Studios with a globe. So I
Yeah.
would say, I'm allowed to say it was like brainwashing for me.
Yeah.
So why do you believe that whoever said that the Earth is round? Why do you believe that they said it? What is the brainwashing going to do
Yeah, 'cause-
to make us believe that the Earth is round? What will it?
Yeah, because that has been coming since the Middle Ages.
Yeah. Apparently, as I said, I don't have all the info now.
Yeah.
Because there's too much. Otherwise, we will have a live stream for 2-3 hours. Apparently, years ago, the old people. Not apparently, I learned it in school. I remember it clearly. The old people, was afraid we were going to fall off the edge of the earth.
Yes, I remember
Obviously,
that.
as I know today, the earth is not edge. The edge go up. But if you looked at the movies of, not the movies, the YouTube things of Admiral Byrd, I think.
Yes, it's Admiral Byrd, the guy who went to Antarctica. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's more land behind the
ice wall.
The ice wall.
Why? Yes. There's more land. So why it's just forts? Why are we not allowed to fly there? Why are we not allowed to fly over the North Pole and certain no-fly zones? Just forts. I would love, if I have money today, I will hire Mirage to take me up to the sky to see for myself eventually.
Yeah.
So what is your belief, Alfonso,
To
about
come back
what's
to
on the other side of that no-fly zone?
They're hiding something for us. Your question was why do you believe it? It's to hide our true God. As I
To hide our
showed
true
you
God.
the picture. Yeah.
Okay, must I show that picture? Hold on for me
Yeah,
a second.
we'll put it on now for you.
Yeah, you can show that when people
There
might
you go.
understand what we're talking
Okay,
about.
so I'll read it out loud.
This is one of the big reasons why they're hiding the globe Earth.
Okay, so let me read it out quickly. Satan's globe Earth lied. The Big Bang and evolution. And let me actually just do this so that we all still. There we go. There we go. The Big Bang and evolution explain life. You were an accident. We evolved from primordial soup. We are specks in the universe. Some people are more valuable than others. Foundation for the new world order. You are worthless. And then God's flat earth. Creation is the only explanation. We are incredibly valuable. The Bible is 100% true. We live on an unmoving, firm foundation. You were created by God. God loves you.
Yeah, this is great. As I said, the great deception.
Yeah.
The wolf in sheep clothes.
Yeah.
As I said,
Okay.
we can go on and on and on.
There's just a point I want to go back to quickly, Alfonso. When I asked you, what do you believe is behind the no-fly zone? And you said the one true God, that they're hiding the true God. What do you mean by that? That behind
obviously, there's more land. People will start going.
Yeah. There's more land.
Yeah. While we wait for that signal, I know that Admiral Byrd did find more land, well, green land in Antarctica, and it's documented. We'll get Alfonso back now, guys. It is documented, and you know what? Like I love great conspiracy theories and stuff.
There we go. He's back.
Yes, he's back, man. I say. Yeah, so I was just telling him, Admiral Byrd did find the land beyond the ice walls of Antarctica, and they did document it back in the day. He was actually commissioned that, and he went back again with another plane that they landed there with the stuff that they could actually go and search these lands for, with the lakes and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's one thing that came up to me last night. It's just a thought because the Lord want to obviously to get His word out every.
Okay. You know what? We seem to be having a really
Yeah,
bad
I know.
signal here, man.
Yeah, and I was about to say that was 15 minutes. That's,
Yeah. So we're running good time here.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? I actually think that I appreciate his views and everything. And it's quite interesting to get into the head of somebody like Alphonse
Yeah.
that sees it out of a religious standpoint, dude.
Mm.
So it's very interesting. I think it's I would like to hear more.
Yeah. So, guys, please leave your comments and everything at the bottom about if you're a religious person and what your belief is regarding what Alfonso had to say about the 4 pillars and the corners and foundation and the footstool. Please leave your comments at the bottom. Let's check it out. Let's read about it. Maybe we can get a discussion going after this video. Let's chat.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our live Whitey and Chris now.
Yeah.
Cheers.
How are you, bro? Your mic is off.
Oops, there you go, guys. Well, that was Alfonso's viewpoint, and I've been watching your comments. Yeah, it's you guys have been going at it. So yeah, guys, we really trying to find out why people believe the things. That's our point about this whole interview. Somebody, I can't remember who said, when is the debate starting? It's definitely we're not engaging in a debate. We are just trying to figure out why people believe what they believe. Now we've got another lady now who's an atheist who also believes the same thing.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? Like some of the points she points out, I can't say I can relate to it, but I can totally understand. I always try and keep an open mind with this stuff, you know. And I've noticed that sometimes if you leave your mind open, it can open other doors, or it can change your perspective. But you know what? We're gonna check now with Noel, and we're gonna have a chat with her, and it's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna enjoy
just
this
before
one
we
too.
get to
Let's
Noel, next Monday we are chatting to people who indefinitely believes that mermaids exist. Mermaids.
And that's gonna be an interesting one. You know, we've been in the water the whole time now, and we've been going very deep. We're going into the ocean soon as well, and I would, you know, I would love to see if the myth is real, or because they had,
or merman.
Yeah, yeah, me too. And but here's the weirdest thing: when you go and check it out on YouTube, there's actually footage and stuff of like mermaids found on a South African coast.
South African, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and everywhere.
So something.
It might not be on the coast, but you get dam mermaids as well.
What would you call them? Baubles. I can't wait to chat to them about that one, dude. That's going to be really interesting. And man, I can't wait. But here we go. Here's Noel, and she's going to tell you guys
from the scientific
about her theory.
point of view. Some of you people at Winston's will know her. So just, please, guys, it's her belief. Don't give her any shit if you don't believe it. People are entitled to believe what they want to believe, no matter what. She's still a human being. So just look after her. She wants to. That's her belief. Let's
Yeah, I know we to question anybody's belief, man. That's what we do as the bros. You know what? I love listening to them. If you guys want to talk to, I don't know, Buddhists or anybody, we in for that stuff too. It's very interesting for us to talk about these things. And man, we love listening to your opinion. And here we go. Yes, Noel, this is her opinion.
Away, Master Guinness. You know what? You're back with the bros. And then now we've just had an interview with a man that has got religious views, but now we've got an atheist views, which is a bit more scientific. And it's based on the same flat earth theory. And I can't wait to hear about all of this. So we'll see. Let's welcome Noel.
All right.
Thanks for
Hello, Noel. How you doing?
Hi. Good, and you?
Good.
Excellent,
thanks. And
man.
thank you for firstly, thank you for taking time to chat to us about your beliefs and everything. And we like to be educated and learn and find out more about your beliefs. So Where did it? Chris asked a question to Alfonso earlier. He said, "What made you
Yeah.
change your mind from school? What you learned at school that the Earth is round, to now believing the Earth is flat? What made you change your mind?"
Well, to be honest, at school, I didn't really believe the stuff I learned about in geography because I always had a belief that we were all born, and then when we were born, we got taught what was right and what was wrong, and that there apparently no other options are valid. But I
Yeah.
think that we got certain knowledge drilled so far into our head that we aren't allowed to explore or learn about other things. Like we're just so fixated on what we get told, and we can't think beyond that. So I think beyond that, yeah. And yeah, must I tell you some of my facts about why I think like this?
Please do. Yes, we'd love
Okay,
to hear
cool.
it.
So at Winston's, we had the debate about the airplane, right?
Yes. About when
Yes.
you told me that when you're flying and you look out of the window and you see the curvature of the Earth. What was your explanation for that?
My explanation was like, that's our eyesight. Like, we can't comprehend the vastity, so that's somehow why it looks a bit curved. But if you go on an airplane and you take the what's it called, the spirit level, do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So it's like a little glass thing with water in, and you fly from, let's say, here to Europe. The thing stays straight the whole time.
Okay.
Therefore, it proves that the level is always straight and consistent and fixed. And then also, in the airplane, the airplane doesn't. We don't see it doing this. It's like this the whole time. So the airplane
Only when it
knows
comes down
if
to land will it change. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was curved, then the nose would obviously be tilted downwards, but it never is,
Mm-hmm.
or at an angle or something like that.
So what will happen if that means you can take off, let's say, from Africa, and you want to go to America. What if you fly past America to the edge of the world? What would happen in that scenario when you get to that edge?
The edge of the world. The edge, there is no edge. It's like an enormous dome, and the edge is the Arctic Circle. And we
So
have one.
if I'm flying north, will I get to the Arctic Circle as well? Well, actually, yeah, the
No.
Arctic
Yeah.
Circle is north and Antarctica
The
is
North
south. My
Pole and the
apologies.
South Pole, both Arctic circles. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there is no South Pole.
There's no
Only
South Pole.
North Pole. No, there's only North Pole, and that is the one fixated point. There can't be any others. There's just other multiple points, and that equals the vast circumference of the broad world.
Okay.
All right. Now,
So,
another thing that we spoke about at Winston's, when you said northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and I asked you, but sphere means round. What did you tell me
Yeah.
about it? So what should it
A
actually be?
sphere.
What? Yeah, because a sphere is round. So why would I
Yeah.
call it hemisphere and not what you thought it should be called?
Because it still is round. Okay, so I have a golf ball, right? And
Yeah.
this is like your sphere or whatever. But then if
Yeah.
you go up in the world and you get a satellite, you see that. Can you see that? So if you take that away, it's a dome. It looks like a dome.
Okay.
Therefore, in the middle, it's a disc. And then we have the
Yeah.
northern hemisphere as the one point. The continents are scattered around it with the Arctic Circle around it. And apparently, I just found this out now, that when people try to go to the Antarctic Circle or whatever it's called, then
Yeah.
you get the NASA people there with guns. I don't know how
Okay,
true that is, but
Yeah, well, that's on the ice wall, because we've also done a bit of research
Yes.
with this, and
yeah.
we also learned that Admiral Byrd, which was a guy, an explorer back in the day, actually flew over this wall. He had a huge American search party, and then they found new lands over the wall.
Yeah.
Did you know about this?
The new lands.
Yeah.
The new
Past
lands
that
that are past that wall. Obviously, when you say the North Pole is the center
The
point
center.
of the
Yeah.
flat disk. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why compasses always show north.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what does Alfonso said the Earth does not spin or doesn't move.
Doesn't
at all.
rotate.
Do you
Yeah.
believe the same thing? Doesn't it move at all?
Yes. No.
What-
Everything
so what
above us
about-
moves around us.
And what about gravity
The
then?
sun and the moon, the gravity. What do you mean about gravity?
Gravity for us to be planted on this Earth, so we stay that
No.
we don't shoot up into the air.
We have gravity, but do you mean in relation to the moon and the sun?
Basically, what keeps us planted on Earth?
Gravity.
Okay, but
Yeah.
gravity is caused by rotation at a great speed to force something to get stuck. Gravitational pull.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's
We-
not spinning or moving, how do we get gravitational pull?
That's from the sun and the moon and the stars above us. That has the pull on us. We don't go around it, they go around us.
Okay.
And are other planets and the sun round, or are they flat as well?
I don't know about those. I've only researched about the Earth, but I think
Okay.
that the sun, because they are made out of different chemicals and have a different purpose than the Earth, so therefore they go around in a spherical version or whatever you can call it around us. But we are like a consistent flat dome.
Okay, so
And
that's how we
also-
get
yeah.
night and day. Then.
Yeah.
Is literally the sun and the moon that rotates around us creates our night and day.
Is that how it works?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why there's day and night on different continents at different times. It's because that evolves around us.
Yeah. That's true.
All right.
Okay, cool.
And then okay, go on, sorry.
So basically, one of the main theories about the ocean. So you get the Earth, which is a sphere, right? A
Yeah.
full sphere. And then he put a telescope in the water. And then he put a boat in the water. So the telescope was like in level with the water. And then he put a boat in the water.
Yeah.
And then as the boat drifted into the ocean, then so he said his thing was here's the telescope, the other one, and here's the
Yeah.
boat. And then he said as it went that way, it did not sink feet down, it stayed the same in the same view of the telescope.
Oh, because that's
So-
one of my questions.
Yeah.
So what you were saying is, so he watched the boat go off into the horizon, and it didn't
Straight.
disappear at all.
No. It went straight.
Not at all. So when
It didn't go down feet or there weren't any like heat reflections or anything.
okay,
The
now my
telescope-
question is,
Yeah.
my brother used to work on cruise ships, and I've been to the Durban harbor to say goodbye to him, and I watched the ship. Why did it then disappear off the horizon? It just disappeared. Why did that happen? If it's flat, what's the
Is that an
explanation for that?
optical illusion?
What do you mean? It disappearing?
Yeah, that you could watch with your eyes. Look, not with a telescope, but with your
If
eyes,
you-
you can see the ship disappear. Is that an optical illusion? That's just
No,
it's
no.
the same as the curvature that you say. You know, it's
Yeah.
because our eyes and our minds can't comprehend that.
Yeah.
That's why it becomes a curve.
It's all about the perspective because when things come closer to you, then they rise up, and when they go further, they like evaporate. So if you stand on like North
Evaporate,
Pole and you not evaporate, if you stand on North Pole and you throw a rock into the distance, it gets
Yeah.
smaller and smaller and smaller, and you literally can't see it. That's the same thing as when a boat goes off. It doesn't fall off the cliff. It doesn't do a loop around the world and come back up.
Okay.
Okay, now here's another question. Somebody asked. He's like, which countries are close to the edge of the earth? So yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, on the flat Earth, which countries would be at the extremes of the flat Earth?
Like the closest to the edge.
Because we're on
I'd
the
say
southern tip of Africa, which means if
I'd
the
s-
north is
yeah.
the center point, we should be one of the countries that are on the edges.
Yeah, Cape Town should be close to the edge. Am I right?
Yeah.
Probably yes, because when our countries when they hold on.
Okay.
So let me just think about this one. I think it's in proportion, no matter where the point is.
Okay.
So
All right,
the
now-
North Point, yeah.
Sorry, the North Point gone.
No, the North Point could be like anywhere in relation to. It could be in Europe, it could be in Africa, it could be anywhere. But I think it's still all in proportion. So like, let's say it's in Europe, then that will go to that extent, and then those will be like less on the other side.
Yeah.
All
type
right,
of
and
thing.
now, do you believe that the pictures that the Hubble telescope and all the other telescopes in space took of Earth, that it's round, are they all conspiracy photos to manipulate us, or why is
Yes.
the Earth round?
Is that
Okay.
part of a brainwashing
How-
thing? Yeah.
Yes, I think there's something bigger than the governments or whatever controlling us. And I feel like they can really manipulate the pictures and images to like make us believe one
Photoshopping.
thing. Yeah, Photoshop and bridge like the images and all that. And there's so many theories like that. People actually didn't even go to the moon, and this didn't happen. And it's just
Yeah,
so
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to believe what's happening. And technology is becoming so like diverse and intense right now. Like they're busy making robots, and we
Yeah.
must believe all of these scientists who are making robots that if they can make a robot, a human replica of like us, then they can manipulate an image easily. And you get moon rocks, and just because they're moon rocks doesn't mean they're from the moon, and it's very diverse. So I'm not too sure.
Why do you believe that the government is manipulating us to think the earth is round? What will they gain out of it? Besides the cat.
I think they I think they're making billions on the theory that it's round and doing all their experiments and getting people onto it. Because if the earth is flat, then I don't know, then everyone will like whatever they say, people believe it. And I think if they had to gain one thing from it, it would be that the media, because the media goes like so hyped up and stuff when they have all these inventions and try to prove stuff, but we don't know, because if they didn't try to prove anything or give us a point, then we wouldn't really know.
Well, do you think that the government's actually conspired to keep us from going to the edge of the earth, to keep that information secret? You know,
I feel like there's something much more bigger than us that could be very either detrimental or beneficial to us, which they are hiding from us, and we will never know because of all these weird things they're doing around us.
Okay, and the sun, and the sun and the moon is within the sphere, within the dome that's on our Earth.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yes, and then also like everything could be like, I don't know, but I think that when we go on like North Cliff and we see all the lights, it looks like, and if you go a bit higher, it looks like stars. And if you go higher, it looks like stars. So maybe there is like another universe or planet above us, and they have lights just like our street lights or whatever that look like stars, and that could be stars, but who will know?
What do you mean, like reflection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what we spoke about at Winston's as well. I asked you what is underneath the Earth. If all the continents and planets are on the top, what is underneath? And you told me it's the core.
Yeah.
And how deep is the core?
Millions of kilometers downwards.
How many millions of kilometers do you reckon?
Like a lot. I'm not too sure. Probably like a billion, like very far down.
Okay.
A billion kilometers. Okay. And what is in the center of the Earth?
The fire.
Fire.
The core of it. Yeah.
The core. Okay, like the mantle and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all that stuff basically cooks up. It makes sense because heat's got to rise, and worldwide, when heat or when volcanoes and stuff explode, it explodes on the surface, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So on this side of where we live, on that side A, this is where the continents are and the what you call it, countries. What is on the bottom side, a billion kilometers down? What's on that flat side? What is there?
That's all the mantle and the core and the fire and the soil.
No, man. I mean, that's inside. Mantle and the fire is inside the core of the Earth.
Yeah.
But so here is the Earth. This is where we are, right? So there's Africa, there's USA. What is here on the other backside?
That should be like almost another Earth then. That has got huge mountains. Well, mountains that are millions of or billions of kilometers.
You understand what I mean? Like, let me use the duct tape. So there's this side of the Earth. So it's flat. Inside there, that's where the core, the mantle, and the fires is, which is a billion kilometers deep. And now we turn it around. What is this side on this flat piece?
What's there?
It ends with all the layers that the Earth is made up of.
So it's just one flat piece. Nothing is going on there.
Yeah, it's flat, and then underneath it's just the core and the mantle and all of that.
So don't you believe that the people, if the Earth on this side gets too full, they should figure out a way to get to the other side and start populating that side? Don't you think?
Or that side doesn't have a dome then?
No, it's just one side.
Okay, got you. So you can't live.
That's why we can breathe on this side and not on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And one last thing that I wanted to ask: the water that gets to the edge of the earth. Now, I want to
Yeah.
show you something I found on the internet.
Okay.
You told me that the water evaporates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check the screen now. This picture I found shows that the water is. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You see here it shows the water is falling off the edge of the earth. Do you believe that, or does it evaporate like
No.
you say?
A bit of both. But
So it
that
falls
is what would
evaporate.
happen. So like if you have the golf ball, right? Which is the world,
Yeah.
and let's say you pour water over it. So like that, it goes around.
Yeah.
So it could go around. That's literally
Ah,
scientifically proven.
so
And
depending on the way you look at it, if you're looking from top,
Yeah.
it's falling. But if you're looking from
Yeah.
underneath, it's evaporating.
yes, exactly.
Ah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's different.
Yeah.
True.
All right, great stuff. Chris, do you have anything else?
Dude, you know what? Noel, I've got to be honest with you.
Yes.
I'm an old school guy. I was taught in schools and different stuff. And obviously, I'll believe a bit differently. But you definitely
Yeah.
gave me a thought. And it's very interesting. You know what? I'm still trying to figure out how the Earth and the Moon will fit into this dome, especially considering the size of the sun. But obviously, that's something that we were taught in school, or
It is
that
like
we are.
beyond our
That we are fed,
Yeah.
you know, and the same with
Yeah.
moon rocks and stuff. If that planet is
Yeah.
in our sphere, well, in the dome, then obviously, you know, with the space travel, the moon and the sun should kind of be the same. Obviously, the sun's too hard to go and land on, but
Yeah.
you know, the moon's there, and the other planets that we see with telescopes physically that I've actually seen also poured in this dome. Obviously, they're a bit further in the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well, you definitely gave me food for thought, and I've got to thank you for your time. And you know what?
Of
Stay beautiful, and thank
course.
you.
I've got one more question. Sorry.
Of course. Yeah.
Do you reckon the scientists will ever create the technology to, because Chris just said that you can't land on the sun. Do you reckon they'll be able to make technology one day for us to actually land on the sun and go explore to see what's going on there?
Yeah.
No, because we will literally burn.
But you don't think technology
Yeah.
will ever get to that point where you will be able to do that?
Maybe. Depends how though, because that will like literally burn you unless you go in the refrigerator. But then I don't know, you'll literally just burn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right,
if you
but
get
now,
close
well,
enough.
If you can get close enough, you know what?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be alive to see that one day. But yeah, thank you so much for your viewpoints on and your
Your thoughts, you know.
thoughts and your
Of
facts that you
course,
brought with
guys.
everything. I'll send you. Yeah, thank you so much. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is that.
Dude, that was very interesting.
Yes.
You know what? We because this is virtually like we're chatting to people about their beliefs and stuff. So we won't be condescending. But I've
Yeah.
been looking at the chats, and you know what? I'm strongly with a lot of guys. I still believe the Earth is round, but
Yeah.
I know there are people that believe the Earth is flat, and you know what?
Yeah.
All good for them. Maybe science just hasn't caught up to us yet, and we don't know this stuff. But the interesting thing is that as long as people believe in this, you know, they're like, I think that people still believe in the Sasquatch. People still believe in ghosts, and there's different religions.
Monster, Yetis.
Yeah, yeah.
The The Americans still believe that the aliens just go and visit them. So there's a lot of beliefs that people have that is contradictory to what we believe in as you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
you sit there and I don't want to be the one to go and mock them and laugh at them and so on. I want to know why they believe it. Like it's one
Yeah.
thing to say, I'm a flat earthist. The earth is flat. So Mark looks at that.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
you believe that? What made you think Daar kak alles.
Daar kak alles.
I want to know what made you think that taking the Earth, which is round, like, well, half round, and deciding, nope, the Earth is not round, it is indeed flat, as plat. I want to know what made you change. And in Alfonso's case, it's scripture that says the Earth is flat, and Noelle said from her point of view, like the guy with the telescope or what, Parallax, I think was his name, that said, I'm going to prove that the Earth is round, flat. He put the telescope in the water and he let the boat disappear for 6 miles and he could still see it. And then he immediately said, there you go, the Earth is flat. No matter what atmospheric pressure and light, spheres and what. So it's but let us debate about it. Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy,
well,
we're not
you know what?
We're here just to find out why people believe it. That's the only reason why.
Well, let's go on mine, your discoveries. When we're in the deep sea, when you're really deep and you look back at land, dude, you don't have to go too deep before land literally just starts disappearing, you know?
It's 25 kilometers. The horizon is 25. If you flat with the ocean, then it's 25 kilometers, then you can't see. Unless it's mountains, the Earth, I'm under correction, but I think it's 25 kilometers that you will not be able to see the Earth anymore. Yeah. That's why when we went to Phuket and so on to go scuba dive, I sat and watched, and after roughly 25, 30 kilometers, you couldn't see anything anymore.
Yeah.
So
and it's the same with, you know what, when we went up for the skydiving and stuff, you can literally see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
Well, that was my experience, you know, although because I know we were flying flat.
Exactly.
We were flying flat and level to the Earth, because that's about how I believe the level stays level. Is because you're flying level to the Earth. Even though if the Earth was flat and you had to turn it, if you had to fly around, then obviously the level will change. But if you're flying flat on a line, it'll stay flat.
Yeah, exactly. So that is our belief, and that's why we're not gonna mock. Because I did a bit of research before we went live again on the Flat Earth Society Facebook page, and the people do actually really get really nasty with each other. And it's again that whole point of people believing in something and then somebody else comes and takes them down. No matter if it's right or wrong, that person is entitled to believe whatever they want. It's not
absolutely.
People believe the Earth is flat doesn't mean it's going to change my viewpoint that the Earth, in my mind, is not flat. You understand?
Dude,
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like religion. You
Yeah.
know, if you believe in Jesus, nobody's going to tell you different. If you believe in Allah, nobody's going to tell you different. You believe in Buddha, Shinto, it doesn't matter. That's your belief, and that's what a belief is. It's your experience and stuff that you take with you.
You as a person have the right to believe in whatever you want to. It doesn't matter what. Ek dink elke nou en dan jy's 'n frikkie.
Ek dink baie keer jy's nie so nul soos wat mense sê nie, maar ek jy weet ek love jou nog steeds, jy's my maatjie en ek weet ek's 'n bietjie special en ek bly my nie as jy ook so dink nie.
Ja, exactly. Ons is nole in ons eie regte. Ons ek wat jy dink is dom en vice versa. That's the beauty of being a human. It's the beauty of being a human being and in experiencing the time and everything you've got on this earth.
Yeah.
So believe what you want to believe. It's just the reason why we did this is just to find out why you believe it. Not to tell you it's wrong or it's right or what you call. It's just why do you believe it?
Yeah.
We would want to really know why, because it educates us as to why people have their beliefs. If you say it's because I was indoctrinated as a child by my parents, met die bliksem met 'n rotang, fine. So jy het by die skool geleer. Waar het jy dit geleer? Okay, nou weet ek. Nou weet ek bietjie meer hoe mense se viewpoints werk en hoe hulle dink en hoe mense leer. So simple as that.
Well, dude, yeah, man, and after what I've seen now with like all the chats and stuff, guys, you know what? I know it's controversial, and it sometimes you look at these people and you go, "Oh my God, what the hell?" But we want to get more deep into this. I would like to speak about the Norse gods and about different aspects, man.
Greek
Not just
mythology. I believe in
Yeah,
Greek mythology.
yeah. And let's look at African stuff, the tokolosh and stuff like that. That's going to
Yes.
be very interesting, because there's millions of people still putting their beds on paint
On bricks
on
and
paint kits. Yeah,
crates. Yes, on crates. So the
yeah.
Tokolosh
So
can't get to them. It's 100%
yes.
true.
Yeah, and I want to find out, like, what is the tokolosh? Maybe these people can tell us. So, dude, I think it's a great idea that we go out into the open and we can do a great thing. And let's ask these guys these questions. Let's get into public. We ask strangers this question.
Ek het nou net 'n awesome idee gehad. Guys, for the guys who don't know yet, Chris and I are planning a gigantic adventure where we want to do a Cape to Cairo trip. And I think wherever we stop, we try and find out what is the beliefs in every dorpie. So I know what's the belief in Cape Town is rook so baie fyn bos as wat jy kan. That we all know. And support stormers. Rook fyn bos en hoekom ondersteun jy die stormers? Chris, jou vrou moet nog dit vir ons verduidelik. Ek verstaan. Warwick gaan my seker weer vloek, maar dit must be reason why?
Dis right. Dis haar belief dat dit die beste span is. Jy weet daar's ouens wat glo die Bulle is ook 'n great span. So jy weet ons is Lion boys en vir ons is hulle die greatest team. Op die oomblik kan ek die Suid-Afrikaanse rugby is iets wat heeltemal ek sal eerder nie daaroor joke. Ek sal eerder oor geloof of iets joke voor ek nou oor rugby joke. Dis 'n teer saak op die oomblik in Suid-Afrika.
Exactly. So I reckon, what do you think about that, Chris? When we do our Cape to Cairo trip, we'll learn a lot about people's different beliefs, as make it part of not to tell them you're wrong or right and read them scriptures and tell them you're wrong, this is the right way. That's not how it works. It's, I want to know why you believe it. I'll tell you what I believe.
We're not going to go out and fight with them about what we think. We want to know what they think and why they believe it. All the superstitions, all the different cultures, we want to find out a bit more. And I think that's what we can bring to you guys. And with the help of other people, we might be able to do this journey and actually find out what African superstitions there are all across our beautiful continent from here to Cairo.
Exactly. And I see with the rugby analogy we just brought up, we started something now between Paulie and Ryan and Nikki. That is wat ons oor mekaar se tande sal uitbliksem is rugby.
Dis hoekom ek nie daaroor wil praat nie. Ek sal eerder praat oor die Bybel.
Guys, look at that. Another hour has gone by as quickly as possible. So, yeah, guys, if we're going to chat to, like I said earlier, we're going to chat to people who believe in mermaids next week. Now, it's not your Little Mermaid type like King Tribe and stuff, but it's more of a traditionalist cultural thing that there's these funny sea animals or dam animals like that will just jump out and grab you and eat you, and that looks like half fish, half humanoid. So
bubbles.
I'd like to find out what is the myth behind it.
Yeah,
I want to know what the hell is eating them. Because in my books, a mermaid are supposed to be nice people. But wat weet ek het Little Mermaid gekyk. Ek het
ons het nie op skepe en goed gevaar nie en vir maande in die see gebly en dan enigiets gesien met wat gelyk het soos 2 bene en 2 hande nie. Jy weet as jy lank genoeg
baie ram.
As jy lank genoeg op die seewater is, begin jou kop met jou speel. So that's really interesting. We're going to check out that stuff. And man, and then like we said, we're going to go and talk about South African superstitions. We want to find out about the tokolosh, about different other stuff, why people believe in mutis, and maybe find out a bit more about the rhino horn trade in South Africa and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Excuse.
Guys, but thank you so much for joining us again. I know some people left a little bit earlier because they just couldn't handle it anymore. But again, like Chris said, it was a very controversial show tonight. That's how you mix things up. If you stay consistent with the same thing, it gets boring. This a few people. So it started something. Let's continue and just maak die brand groter. But
Let's see what's next.
But like Chris always says, guys, love each other, look after each other, respect each other. Doen jy julle sê dan, Chris?
Man, jy het alles gedoen, but guys, listen to each other. Exactly what we just did. When somebody else gives you their opinion, just listen to them. Sometimes you can learn something. Sometimes you're going to make them learn something. Love's not a debate. And stay safe out there, man. It's freaking crazy out there, South Africa. And to everybody in the whole world watching this show who's missing South Africa, we love you guys. And keep watching, man. We'll keep bringing you these amazing interviews. And we can't wait to see you guys again.
Yeah, we love you guys. Look after each other. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, goodbye, everybody. From SA Bro.